Hey everyone, happy beginning of the week. I'm Allie with The Right Place, Right Time, and I am back with another Memoir Minute to help you learn how to write memoir 1 minute at a time. If you've been following along with these short videos, then you know that for a while now I've been doing little tips on what kinds of tools to have in your toolbox when it comes to writing an emotionally compelling memoir and doing it well. And today we're talking about setting writing goals. Now, I'm definitely a proponent of ensuring that you allow enough spaciousness for creativity and for conceptualizing to come into play and to think about what it is that you're writing and being really intentional, as well as thinking about your self-care and, the fact that this is a marathon, not a sprint. However, it's easy to fall into the trap of telling ourselves someday or tomorrow or I'll get to it, or allowing ourselves to be stuck in analysis paralysis, thinking and conceptualizing and outlining, and never actually working towards drafting or finishing the draft. So you still want to set yourself some goals, even if you fall off for a couple of days because you know that you need a little more time to take care of yourself, or you need a little more time to fully bake an idea of something that you want to say. But still, even with that grace being given to yourself, you want to set some initial goals and then, of course, have accountability and support structures in place, which we've talked about in separate videos. But you want to have some goals in place that you can actually reach for, some milestones. And I want to encourage you to make sure that these are realistic to you and your schedule and the way that you work and operate, not based on what everybody else out there says that you should do for a word count per day or a number of hours that you should set aside. None of that will work if it doesn't work for you. So think about what makes you productive. Think about when you work best during the day. What's the environment like that you work best in? Think about whether or not you're somebody who likes to work in short bursts or longer periods of time. So take all of that into consideration as you're developing those writing goals. It doesn't have to be word-based. It could be time-based. It could be chapter-based. It could be all kinds of things. But ultimately, it's really about what you want to strive for and what works for you. If you want to talk more about setting up those writing goals and figuring out your way to the finish line, then please jump on a story stroll with me. I'd love to talk to you about writing your book and what's troubling you. Those are free in 30 minutes with yours truly, and it's a one-to-one conversation. And lastly, I want to make sure that you have a copy of the 5-Step Writing Guide to Starting and Finishing a Memoir, which you can find over on my website, therightplacerightTime.com, a totally free and available resource to you. And it will only be there for a little while longer because we're going to be changing things up in the very near future. So tune in again with me next time for another Memoir Minute, where you can learn how to write memoir 1 minute at a time.